all. I joined IIT in 2017. Although I was top 100, but that didn't matter because once joining IIT, I was same as all of other people. I joined IIT. I started participating in hostel activities. I started participating in um, in sports. I got into I like playing hockey. I got into playing hockey. I got into IT there, but all these things are just out of interest and out of practice. None of these were like I was some kind of wonder kid. So first thing is like in the introduction, people the saying people has described me as a wonder kid, but that's not true. Apart from it, I'm from computer science graduate, as Anisha mentioned. Uh, I also founded Directly.live, which I recently sold to Click India. Uh, this was not my first startup. This is a series of product which we were building throughout lockdown. So few things which differentiate me from the normal IIT student is just that I took some bold steps. I took some steps like I didn't sit for internship in my third year when all of my fellow CA students, all of other third year students were sitting for placement. I decided not to sit for placement and start working on my own. Unfortunately or fortunately, we got COVID and the lockdown happened, and all of a sudden, I got a lot of time at my hand. And then from then on, I started working on building different products. I first I built a platform called My Corona Letters, which aimed to uh, which aim to preserve memories of lockdown. Lots of us had some difficult time during this lockdown. Lots of us were enjoying with our family, but all these memory need to be stored somewhere so that after 5 years or after 10 years, we are able to look back at these memories. So that was my first product. After it, I built a platform called Pluto Academy. It was uh, it was aimed to solve problem. It was aimed to provide guidance to young people. On Pluto Academy, you can learn from experts. You can view a particular expert. You can get books recommended by them, and then learn on your own. After it, we also built a platform called Plutonians.club, where we aim to create a student economy. Actually, we want to create a student community where we provide them tasks. It may be daily task or project based, and they can earn from those tasks. So we build that platform, and then all these were just mini steps towards Directly.live. We were just building something, trying out how we can market them, how we can build the product. And then after all this, we thought maybe we need to build a complete online business where we don't need operations or anything else. So we thought maybe we can look for something like a one-on-one video call, and then we build Directly.live. After it, means we build it, we started marketing it, we reached out to a lot of experts through LinkedIn or through social media, and then we were doing good when with the Active.live, but we got a deal from Click India, and we thought maybe it's time we sold this, we complete a full cycle of development, marketing, and then selling a company, and then maybe start working on something which we want to build a lot bigger. So that's what my journey has been till now. uh, Apart from it, now we are working on a, a student economy again. We want to build a student community where we provide all the financial products for students, and then maybe we are right now building this product. And once we build, then obviously we'll start from IT Delhi only. But right now we are in the phase of building. So that's what we have been doing now. That's what our journey has been. All these things I have achieved not single-handedly. I have support from lots of people. I got I have hired lots of interns from IIT, from second year, third year interns. They help me building all these products. They help a lot of they help me in building all these products very nicely so that I can focus more on the product side, on how we want to market it, how we want to plan the roadmap for our company. So this is all what I've been doing. Apart from it, this particular session, which the title is becoming an undergraduate CEO. So let's start by answering few of the questions you guys might have, and then maybe I can share more. So Anisha, you can just directly jump onto questions and answer, and then in between I can share more about myself and about the journey.
Yeah, sure, sir. The first question, and a very obvious question, is that you were involved in so many things, be it sports, startup, academics. So, how did you manage everything and what was your motivation? Can you give any advice on the time management?
Obviously, when you come to IT, what first thing which all of the seniors says is you need to be very good at time management. You need to learn how to manage time between multiple activities. You have to participate in hostel activities. You have to participate in maybe in other activities, like you maybe want to join some club, but obviously you have to manage all these things together with your academics. It's for me it has been a lot tougher actually, because I got involved in lots of things. I also was BHW rep. I simultaneously I was part of my hockey team. Also, I've been involved in hostels, in election, and also then starting a company, started working on a company is a very tough task. But obviously, you need to sacrifice on one thing and become better at other. So what I choose is maybe I can sacrifice a bit on my CG and maybe handle most of the things how I wanted to. So instead of putting a lot of effort on my academics, I started shifting it to building a company, started working on some ideas, and also slowly I in my third year I was only involved as a sports techie. I didn't involve much in my hockey team. I didn't got involved in BHW. Then in fourth year, obviously I'm not doing anything else. I'm just working on my company now. So obviously I have to cut down few things, but then you have to also prioritize things how you want to do it. So when I was in my second year, I thought maybe I can sacrifice a bit on my CG and then get involved, because I love playing hockey. I just love sports, so I got involved. I want to play sports. That's why I got involved in hockey team. But then in my third year, I thought maybe it's time to shift my focus on building my company and not getting involved in other activities. So I then cut off few things. But for every one of us, for different, every single one of us is unique. So we have to prioritize our work. We don't have to copy someone else. We have to look for what we have to do. So it, it's not easy to start a company, first of all. I think that's obvious for all of us that whether you are in college or outside, it's never easy to start a company. You have to sacrifice a lot. You have to for the initial days you have to sacrifice a lot on your social life. But obviously it pays more. You need to have that kind of motivation to sacrifice all those things. But obviously, starting a company in your college days is a bit easy, because you don't have a pressure from your family. You don't have pressure from for time. You have all the resources available with you. You don't have to pay for your rent. So it's a bit easy, but obviously not as easy as you might think, or you may choose or choosing a regular path of doing an internship, getting to placement. So about prioritizing time, you need to prioritize few things. You need to sacrifice others, but obviously it's not easy and it's not simple for every one of us to do it.
Thank you, sir. Moving to the next question. A lot of students have been asking this, that how do entrepreneurs get ideas? Like, many people want to become entrepreneurs but often fall short of ideas. So what is your advice to them? How did you get the idea of Directly.live?
So directly.live, as I mentioned, we were practicing a lot. We were building a lot of things, trying out multiple ideas. Then we thought we thought of building a complete online marketplace. So ideas are like, you get a lot of idea every day. It's just, you may think these are not good, some are not good, some are good to practice on, but you need to pick up some idea and start working on it, so that after building up one product, you can obviously shift to some other ideas and build on it. But one thing is, you need to just implement anything. Just take up any idea. You are in college, you all are in college, you might face some kind of any means you all might face some kind of problem while you are in college. So what you have to do is just pick one idea, pick one problem, start something on it, build something, then maybe shift to, then maybe try how people are responding to it. Obviously all ideas are not best ideas, all ideas are not good ideas. You need to choose between ideas, but if you start building on one idea, you will get more, you start getting more of ideas, more you start noticing more problems around you, and then you can actually build a better product. But the one thing which you have to do is just start on any particular idea, just start off.
Thank you, sir. Next question is, once the person gets an idea, what are the next steps while starting up?
If you have an idea, means idea can be a different kinds. You might have an idea which is totally totally tech based. You might have an idea which is operations heavy. So it depends on idea, but first thing is, obviously you have to start. If you are techie, if you have a tech idea which you need to implement on a mobile, on a web, first thing is you need to start building on it, start building the website, start building the app, start building a prototype. Means the simple thing is, if you have an idea, try to complete a minimum viable product, an MVP, within 4 weeks, and then go to talk with different people, talk with people having similar problems, try to understand their problem, what are the major pain points, what are the products which you can what are the features which you can build in your product which will help to solve that particular problem. So if you get an idea, build an MVP in 4 days, and simultaneously start talking with customers, start talking with how you can solve pain points of those people, and then define your product. So first thing is launch an MVP in 4 weeks, then talk with more people, get idea, get feedback. What are how is your product being able to solve those problems, and then iterate on it. So the main thing is just build a product, start talking to customers, and iterate over the product slowly. I see lots of
Thank you,
people
sir.
are asking questions on the WhatsApp group. So are we going to take these questions up, Anisha?
We'll take these questions up after the ones that we've already
Okay,
taken from students.
sure, sure.
Anisha?
I guess Anisha got dropped. Okay. Anyway, in the meantime, I may answer
Yeah, you
questions.
can take a few questions from the WhatsApp group. And people are asking there as well.
So I guess someone asked how and when his entrepreneur journey started. His book he
Yes.
read. How should we start today? So how my journey started is, uh, I always wanted to build my own company. I never wanted to join a company as an employee and start working there. So, but obviously, you cannot just jump into building your company uh, and start from day one. You may not aim to start from day one and make a big company. What I did was, I need to get more experience. I thought maybe doing an intern a new startup may help me. So I reached out to Kunal Shah, and I got into Cred as an intern. There I actually learned a lot. I get to know how things started, how things work internally in a company, how different kind of people collaborate together, how different processes work, like how we iterate over product, how we discuss. It was a small, when I joined, Cred was not big as large as it is right now. It only had around 60 employees, majorly in customer service, and only a small tech team which I was part of. So I learned a lot there. I got a lot of confidence from Kunal Shai himself. I got motivated from him that maybe I should start a company while in college only. Uh, my thinking was maybe I will join a company, get experience, and then build my own. But when I meet Kunal, he actually motivated me to start working on a company it while you are in college, and then see how it goes. Start building. If you think that what you build might scale, then do it full time. If you think you might need to pivot, then pivot. Just be quick, start working on your company. So that's how I started after my second year intern. After it, I mean, which book I read? I guess you should read all kind of book. One thing which you should do is maybe pick up books. You should visit the website Pluto Academy. Actually, I will share that link. You should visit this website, plutoacademy.in. We will taking this in mind only, that people might need to learn a lot from people who have already achieved something. So here you can visit any expert and get book recommended by him. This website was also built by fellow members of here. If I name some, like, you might know some of them. This was built by Shantanu and Divyanshu, actually, who were main part of the team. So these are your fellow mates from second year who build this. They put a lot of effort in putting all this kind of data. So you should go through this, look at how what books you can read. Start reading the book, any book you find interesting, and then shift to another book which you think might help you more.
Great, sir. Moving on to the next question. So, for example, a person gets an idea regarding the edtech space. So, is it important to work in that field first? Do you suggest that? Or is there any other way to get in a sense of the sector without having to actually work in it?
One thing which I recently noticed was getting an idea while working in particular field is easy. So if you are working in some startup which is working in an edtech field, then it is easy to get an idea what are the real problem. But obviously, if you're not working there, but you have an idea, you know the real problem, then it doesn't matter actually whether you are from edtech background or not. Only thing which matters is how well you can execute on that idea. So if you have an idea, start talking with customers, start understanding what is the real problem. So one thing is very clear, that what you think as a problem might not be a problem for a customer. So it is important for us to understand that we may think something of our own. We may think of an idea which we might think is $1 billion idea, but for customers it might not be that exciting or that good. So one thing we need to understand is we need to talk to a lot of customers, get their feedback. We need to know what is the exact problem, whether they are ready to pay for that problem or not. So once you have an idea, whether it is in edtech field or any other field, you don't have to start work. You don't have to get the experience of that field, but you need to understand the real problem first. So the only thing which is important is talking with customers.
That's great, sir. Another important question is that how do you decide on the people who you would want to form a team with? Like what questions one should ask to yourself while forming a team?
One thing is which is very good when you are starting a company in your college is you get a lot of colleagues of you who can help you building the website, but also you can create a great team, initial team. So an initial team is very important for us, only for us as well. We know how important it is to have a great founding team. The initial team, not only the founders but also the initial team which will help you build or help you scale the company is very important. So while you are in college, you can you can actually you can actually build a great team because you have all your colleagues, all of you are of almost same age. You don't feel shy in you don't feel shy in talking with each other. You have great connection with each other, so you have a great trust among yourself as well. So if you're that the single most thing which is very which is very important, very good about starting a company in college is you can build a great team with your friends only. So but if after leaving college it become a bit tough because all of your friends whom you have been knowing for 4 years are are doing some kind of job in different companies. You need to find other people who are as passionate as you are about your idea. You need to find people who can help you scale the companies. All these things is not easy. We have been looking for our initial team as well in the past month, and uh, we we got a lot of application, like we put in TNP in IIT Delhi and in IT Bombay, in IT Guwahati, in other places as well. But finding a person who is as passionate as you are, finding a person who can be a great initial member is not easy. So how you can find it? Obviously you need to start working with a person to know him. But while you are in college, you can actually experiment with your friends how uh, because you have a lot of very intelligent people around you in IT Delhi, in any other IIT. You can start working with them, and then if I mean, obviously they also need to have the same motivation, but while in college they don't have the pressure from other places like family or pressure of paying someone every month. So they can also help you build. And once, if you get the idea correct, if you get the problem correctly solved by your product, they can obviously they can join full time if you have a clear vision. So what I suggest for finding a initial good team is start with your friends, start with people whom you trust, and then start uh, looking for more people who can join you, who are as passionate as you, and keep on working on your product. So that's what I think is a better way. But obviously, I mean, you can find people who are as passionate as you online as well. I mean, you can obviously find people who are from diverse background but are as passionate as you are. But finding them outside college is a bit difficult.
Yes, sir. That is one thing. So another question here is that as you might have also seen, a lot of people go after PORs. So basically, they are doing all sorts of things to get CV points. How do you see this? Like, is it important to get variety of experiences to learn as much as they can? But then there's another thing that one should know when he should stop and isolate yourself to start doing something meaningful. How do you see all this in the light of starting a startup?
What I think is there's two way actually. One is going deep into one particular field, and other is just scheming on the top only in multiple fields. Both has their advantage and disadvantage. If you are just if you're working on lots of different things at once, then obviously you cannot go deep into one thing and not learn a lot about any particular field which you are working in. But you get to know about different kind of people. You get to make a lot of connections. But while you're in college, you need to have a lot of experience as well. You need to get experience as well. So maybe like what a typical BHW rep might say, in your first year explore as much as you can, then in your second year narrow it down to one or two things, and just make it be the best in that field. So I also say the same thing. explore multiple things, explore which field excites you, which of the clubs excite you, or which particular sector excites you, and then just go deep into it. Go deep as much as you can. Don't get distracted much. I made that mistake of doing lots of things together. It didn't solve anything for me. It just uh, created a lot of pressure on me to perform in every particular field, but obviously you cannot do best in everything. So pick one thing, go deep, as deep as you can while you are building a startup as well. Don't try to add multiple features into one product. Go with a minimum, just one feature product, an MVP. See how people are responding to it, and then maybe you can add slowly more features. But going with 100 features at once will only confuse your customers and you as well. So it's better to just go deep in one particular field rather than exploring multiple things at once.
Thank you, sir. Now, another thing that I want to ask is, do you have any disclaimer that would apply to the students who wish to start a startup while in college from the experiences that you've had?
Means I will just say it is very tough. It's not easy. Seeing your CGPA go down, uh, uh, seeing the pressure from your peers, seeing your peers getting a 2 lakhs per month internship, or a placement offer uh, of 40 LPA is not easy. It's a bit, you might get disheartened because initially you might face a lot of pressure from your family, from your peers, from everyone around you. They might be enjoying while you are struggling with your startup. So it's not tough, it's not easy at all. You have to be mentally strong, and you have to be tough. So this is one thing which, if you are starting a company, you need to keep in mind that it will get tough. It will never be easy for you as a founder. It will never be easy for you, for at least for initial 1 or 2 years.
Yes, sir. The next question is that from the past year, all of us are mostly staying at our homes and we are losing on chances to work on some live projects that we would have got in the college. So, what is your advice for this COVID specific work from home time? How can our students make the best out of this time?
Obviously, all of you might be in campus right now, you might get into a different kind of clubs or different kind of projects as well. uh, do do more talking with customer. You will get more opportunity to talk with different kind of people, learn from them while you are in. But due to COVID, all of us are at home, very few people are in campus. So what you can do is maybe join all this online community. There's lots of online community on Slack, on Discord, where people are talking about product, people are discussing about product. Join all these communities. uh, Talk with people over there, interact more with them. Try to have one or two try to talk with at least one new person every day, and then learn from them. So that's what I will suggest, rather than going out, because it's not safe right now. But uh, rather than doing everything on your own, join all these communities, start talking with more people, get more ideas about how you can solve different kind of problem for the world. So that's better. Obviously you should also start working on learning something. Build the skill set which you can be best at. Like for me, I was always good at tech. So i started uh, I started learning more of different kind of tech fields like machine learning. I learned machine learning in my second year. I'm right now learning blockchain and crypto. So you should keep on learning, also interacting with all kind of people, different kind of people while you are at your home.
Thank you, sir. So the next question is, what do you suggest, starting a company in your junior years of college without much knowledge, or that one learns through their undergraduate and maybe master's degree and then build upon those things to start a company? What is the right time to start a startup?
You should start as early as you can. No degree, no masters or MBA can make you perfect for starting a startup. You should start working on your idea, implement it, go to market, go to talk with customers, get the feedback, fail, or you may succeed in your first go, but for majority of us you may fail in your first go, but you will learn a lot in this process. uh, you may, if you follow most of entrepreneurs, everyone says no MBA degree is as good as being a founder in a startup. So just start while you're in college, taking degrees, taking MBA, doing MBAs, taking a master's degree or other degree won't make you eligible to start a company. You should just obviously if you want to learn something, learn more about some particular field, you should do masters, you should do PhD, you should do research in that particular field. But if you want to start a company, you can start it while you're in college only, while you are in your BTech only. So just start as quickly as you can. Maybe there are lots of people who start a company while they're in school. So that starting early or starting late doesn't matter much. But obviously, if you are doing a master's or a PhD for starting a startup, it doesn't matter much. Apart from the particular field, if you are researching in some particular field, obviously you will get to know a lot about that particular field, and you can solve the main problem with the technology or with that particular field. But if you just want to start a consumer tech company, you can start while you're in BTech.
That is great, sir. Another question is, has being an IITian helped you a lot in starting your startup? What were the perks that you got for being an IITian?
Actually, being in IIT helped me a lot. I in my initial days, what I used to do is I used to mail a lot of founders like Kunal. I used to mail Jitain. I used to mail uh, a lot of people from different industries who are at top, and I try to talk with them. So just including an IITian in my email got me reply from all of these people. I got reply from Kunal because I was from IIT, from IIT Delhi. I got reply from all these people because I was in IIT. So I don't think this I just don't think that if you can use this IITian tag well, you can get reply anyone in the world. Maybe if you want to talk with Elon Musk also, I don't think he will not reply you if you are actually mailing him for 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 some particular thing which he can help. Everyone in the world is ready to help, especially in the startup world. Everyone is ready to help. You just have to take the first step, be honest with them. Just ask anyone around you, ask anyone of these people like Kunal, or ask Jitain, or anyone uh, you may you may think might help you solve the problem. Just ask anyone, include the IITian tag in it, and you will obviously get a reply from them instantly.
Yes, sir. Another question is, what is the single most important thing that you consider a student must focus on during their college life to succeed professionally in their life, not limited to being a successful startup founder, but including it?
Can you just repeat the question? I lost you in a minute.
Yeah, so the question is, what is the single most important thing that you consider a student must focus on during their college life to succeed professionally in life, including but not limited to being a successful startup founder?
One thing means building trust, uh, creating a strong sense of integrity. You should not be a fraud in the real world. I know, means all of us know, all of our professors used to say, all from the IT Delhi professor community and from everyone used to say that don't cheat, don't copy someone's work, don't make a fool of someone. Just build that integrity, which it will help you a lot. Be truthful, create a sense of trust. People can trust you. People can what you being not cheating someone is a trait which you should learn in your while you're in college. It will help you everywhere. Every single person who is doing good is is not there to fool someone. It is he is there to help someone, not to fool someone. So fooling someone, cheating someone, copying someone else's work is not. It might give you instant result, but in future, in long run, it will affect you a lot.
Thank you, sir. My next question is, what are your views on getting fundings for a startup? If somebody is in their initial stage, do you suggest them to like go for the funding or investment, even though they're not sure that the startup is going to succeed?
If you need funds, then go for raising money. I mean, for most of the business which you might start with, might not require you a lot of funding initially. You can fund all the initial expend yourself only. For means, if you're building a tech company, you can host everything on AWS. You can use AWS or Google Cloud. AWS give you almost everything free for 1 year, so you can start building there without any cost. You obviously, if you are in college, you don't have to pay for staying here for food. All those things are already paid by your family for most of us. So for initial days, you don't need a lot of fund. You might need fund to reach out to customers. You might need fund to advertise your product. But that for the initial stage, you can fund it yourself. If you think that your product is doing good, your product people are really liking your product, then you can start figuring out how to raise fund for it, how to raise funds so that we can scale to more people. uh, how you can raise fund means, obviously, if your product is getting traction, if your customers are loving it, anyone in the world will be ready to invest. There's lots of people who are ready to invest. Uh, if you're in from IIT, lots of people are ready to invest in your initial idea as well. Like few venture capitals like Titan Capital, they have been funding a lot of people from IIT Delhi. Uh, you can even apply for Y Combinator. You can join YC Startup School. Apply to YC Combinator and try to get there. Uh, you can apply to Sequoia Capital. You can apply to other places as well. If you are in very urgent need to raise fund, obviously you can reach out to a lot of different kind of people instantly on LinkedIn or through mail. You should, what I think is, you should reach out to as many people as you can while you're building your product, get feedback from them. uh, because if they know about what you're building, how they know how your product is working, how your customers are loving it, then they can invest almost instantly. So one thing you should do is not to run after funding from the day one. Build a product. If you start getting the need of fund, then go for raising fund. But in the meantime, keep talking with investors, keep talking with successful entrepreneurs, because they will give you a lot of feedback. They will not only for funds, but they will also give you a lot of ideas on how to scale your product, how to build better tech, how to get into product market fit quickly. So keep talking with investors, keep talking with entrepreneurs, but don't try to rush. Don't rush fundraising. That's what I would say. If your product is something which require you initial heavy funding, obviously, then uh, you can go you can go through incubators like in IIT. You get IIT also incubate, the FITT also incubate. They give you initial about 5 lakhs rupees. They run a program every year, so you can join such incubators, take fund from them, start building your product, build your product in the minimal cost which you can. show the MVP to the world, then go for raising funds.
Great, sir. Another question that I have for you is, for example, if somebody has an idea that requires a website or an app, so do you recommend that person to learn how to build the app, or would you recommend him to hire somebody who already know these things?
Knowing tech is always a great help. Means if you know how tech work, how your product works, it will always help you. So if you are in your initial days, if you have time to learn. Also get help from different people. Try to get people who are good at that particular field. Learn from them. But in the meantime, if you can learn yourself, that will always be a better way to build your product rather than uh, totally relying on someone else.
That's great, sir. Now, another question is, it is a general trend in college to start a startup with close friends and such. However, when you're a college student, you have very little knowledge of laws or equity. So, do you have any heads up for students, as in things they should keep in mind so that there are no such legal or equity related issues?
Means I don't think you need to register your company before starting your startup. Means uh, don't go into legal routes initially. Build a company. Obviously, build a company on trust uh, for the initial days. Then, when you want to raise fund, if you require to raise fund, then only the thing of equity distribution and all comes into picture. If you don't have to raise fund right now, I don't think you would ever need a legal entity. So one thing is, don't get involved into government things or legal things from the day one.
Okay, sir. Now, a very interesting question. For how much did you sell your startup?
I can't disclose it because I am been binded by terms in the agreement that we cannot disclose how much our startup was sold.
Okay, so that's it from our side. I think I say it from all of us when I say that this evening has been full of grateful insights and wonderful advice. I personally loved the session, and I'm sure many students would be loving leaving this session with a firm resolve to start their own venture, and we will see a lot of them becoming undergraduate founders, much like you in the near future. Thank you so much for joining us and taking out of the time.
Okay, can we take few more questions from the chat? I guess
Sure.
if someone has some question, they can maybe raise a hand here and they can just directly ask.
Sure, sir.
Someone has asked the question. Share a screenshot. Can we open his mic and let him ask the question?
Yes, sir. Sure. Just a second.
So, if anyone wants to ask a question, you can post it in the WhatsApp group. We have conveyed all questions as of now, so we'll do the same. Any questions in the WhatsApp group?
Yes, Shashwat want to ask a question. Can we unmute him?
Okay, let me see. Let me see. Shashwat, you can ask your question.
Okay, thank you. So, am I audible?
Hi, Shashwat. Yeah, you are audible.
Thank you. So, Bhaiya, actually, I too have an idea. I have actually a tech startup idea in my mind. and I've discovered a pain point in our Indian education system, which is the mode of transfer of education, which is the ways which we teach, they are still the same as they were used 100 years ago. So actually, I have the prototype in my mind of how I'm going to use technology and modernize the current classrooms. So I have kind of created PPT, and I have decided the business model of how it would work. But I'm still confused of how to take to next level. So currently in class 12, and I want to make it a full-fledged working startup by the end of my college. So what should be the journey and the milestones which I can write on the paper? So if you can guide me through all the process.
Shashwat, I've shared my email in our WhatsApp group. I hope you're part of that group, right?
Yes, I am.
So if you want to ask particularly about your startup, maybe you can just mail me, and then we can talk separately, because I guess your question is very much related to your own idea, but for the rest of the people, it might not value much.
Okay, I got your point. So I will contact you privately. Thanks
Okay,
a lot. Thank you.
I think we have Adil also. He wants to ask something. I'll give him the permission. Adil, you're up.
Hello, sir. Am I audible? हाँ
Yes.
sir. Sir, can I speak in Hindi?
Sure.
Sir, सर कोई भी स्टार्टअप सोचने के लिए जो हम लोग अपना सीजी सेक्रीफाइस कर रहे हैं, तो सर मतलब कितना बड़ा रिस्क लेना चाहिए सीजी सेक्रीफाइस करने के लिए? फिर लगेगा कि अगर कोई आइडिया नहीं मिल रहा है तो फिर लगता है कि शायद आइडिया नहीं मिले तो शायद सीजी के लिए करने उससे कुछ करियर पाथ बन जाएगा।
नहीं भाई, सीजी सेक्रीफाइस मत करना यार। वो मैंने किया था, वो मैंने सिर्फ एग्जांपल दिया था कि क्योंकि मैं 4 चीजें कर रहा था एक साथ, आई थॉट मे बी आई कैन सेक्रीफाइस अ बिट ऑन माय सीजी। ऐसा नहीं है कि मैंने बहुत ज़्यादा सेक्रीफाइस किया, बिल्कुल ही छोड़ दिया, मगर एक चूज करना पड़ेगा तुम्हें। अगर तुम मैं हॉकी नहीं छोड़ सकता था उस टाइम पे, बिकॉज आई वाज लविंग, आई जस्ट लव प्लेइंग हॉकी दैट टाइम। सो इसलिए मैंने सोचा कि मे बी थोड़ा सा एकेडमिक्स पे फोकस कम करके मैं अपने स्टार्टअप पे वर्क कर सकता हूँ। मगर ऐसा नहीं है कि तुम लोग को भी करना चाहिए सीजी को, मतलब सीजी को ऐसा नहीं है कि सीजी इम्पोर्टेंट नहीं है, काफ़ी इम्पोर्टेंट है यार। जब इन जनरल कोई भी तुम अपने सीजी किसी को बताओगे, अगर तुम स्टार्टअप में भी हो, अगर कोई बंदे को कोई सीनियर बंदे से मिलते हो, वो पूछता है तुमसे कि वो तुम्हारा इंट्रोडक्शन लेता है, ही विल आल्सो आस्क फॉर योर सीजीपीए। इफ यू हैव अ गुड सीजीपीए, ऑब्वियसली यू हैड अ वेरी गुड इंप्रेशन ऑन हिम, सो हैविंग अ गुड सीजीपीए इज ऑलवेज गुड। बट मतलब ये वो थोड़ा सा तुम्हें अपने हिसाब से देखना पड़ेगा कि कितना तुम सेक्रीफाइस कर सकते हो, कितना नहीं कर सकते हो। तो ऐसा नहीं है कि बिल्कुल ही छोड़ दो, मगर ये भी सही है कि इतना इम्पोर्टेंट नहीं है। इफ़ यू थिंक यू कैन वर्क योर वर्क, मतलब अगर तुम्हारा वर्क तुम्हें इंट्रोड्यूस करता है, जैसे इफ़ यू आर वेरी गुड एट समथिंग, देन ऑब्वियसली योर सीजीपीए वोंट मैटर मच, बट अदरवाइज it always matters whether you have good CGPA or not.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, so we have Aditya also. I'll just arrange for him to ask the question. Aditya, you can ask your question. You can unmute yourself, Aditya.
Hi Aditya.
He's not here probably. Anyone else in the audience who wants to ask anything, feel free. Just raise your hand and I'll give you the permission to speak.
Sorry, I was unmute. I didn't know. So my question is, अगर हम एक स्टार्टअप कर रहे हैं तो स्टार्टिंग में अगर हमारे पास 2-3 प्रोडक्ट हैं तो हमें 2-3 प्रोडक्ट पे साथ में फोकस करना चाहिए या एक ही प्रोडक्ट पे फोकस करना चाहिए, प्लस साथ ही साथ मार्केट रीच कैसे बढ़ाएं, और इन चीजों पे आप थोड़ा सा एक बार मेरे को रिव्यू देना, और मैं आपसे पर्सनली कैसे कांटेक्ट कर सकता हूँ बाद में।
क्वेश्चन है तो मैं ईमेल पे मेल कर दो या फिर मेरे को व्हाट्सएप पे मैसेज कर दो, कोई इशू नहीं है। तो
ओके
मगर अगर तुम्हारे पास 3-4 प्रोडक्ट हैं, आइडिया मतलब ऑब्वियसली आइडियाज होंगे, प्रोडक्ट तो नहीं होंगे, या प्रोडक्ट भी हैं
हाँ
तो भी मतलब बेटर टू जस्ट फोकस ऑन वन थिंग, क्योंकि उस पर तुम फिर इनोवेट कर सकते हो, उस पर और अच्छे से मतलब उसमें ज़्यादा कस्टमर के प्रॉब्लम को तुम फिगर आउट कर सकते हो और उनको सॉल्व कर सकते हो। अगर तुम्हारा माइंड डिवाइडेड है 3 चीज़ों में, देन इट बिकम टफ टू मैनेज ऑल दीज थिंग्स, क्योंकि हो सकता है कि तुम्हारा एक प्रोडक्ट काफ़ी अच्छा हो और बाकी सब प्रोडक्ट इतने अच्छे नहीं हो। अगर मैनेजिंग ऑल द 3 प्रोडक्ट्स तो एक साथ मतलब थोड़ा इशू होगा। ऐसा नहीं है कि तुम मतलब कोई सुपर ह्यूमन हो कि तुम सब कुछ मैनेज कर सकते हो, तुम्हारी भी लिमिटेशंस है। तो एक प्रोडक्ट पे एक टाइम पे फोकस करना ही बेटर rather than focusing on 3 products at once.
अगर पहले प्रोडक्ट पे अगर लॉस होता है तो उस लॉस को कैसे मतलब हैंडल करके आगे बढ़ा जाए?
लॉस मतलब एक तो चीज है कि टाइम का लॉस होता है,
सक्सेसफुल नहीं होता है।
पहली चीज है कि जो टाइम लॉस होता है वो काफी बड़ा लॉस होता है। मतलब ऐसा नहीं है कि टाइम सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट चीज है ऐसा एंटरप्रेन्योर आपके लिए। जैसे कुणाल, अगर तुम कुणाल का टॉक अटेंड किया होगा तो शायद 1 महीने पहले था, he also said the same thing, time is very important. So thinking that you may build a product and launch it, and if it fails you can pivot easily. That should not be your motivation, क्योंकि जो टाइम का लॉस होता है, तुम ऑब्वियसली एक प्रोडक्ट पे 1 महीने दोगे, 1 महीने बनेगा, थोड़ा टाइम दोगे मार्केट करने में, तो वो 1-2 महीने का लॉस काफ़ी बड़ा लॉस होता है। मगर अगर तुम एक ही चीज़ पे फोकस्ड हो, जैसे तुमने एक प्रोडक्ट लॉन्च किया, तो ट्राई टू मेक इट अ सक्सेस नो मैटर व्हाट। ट्राई टू implement multiple things, try to experiment with other ideas as well, मगर उसी पर्टिकुलर सेक्टर में रहो और उसमें जितना ज़्यादा ट्राई कर सकते हो सक्सेस होने का वो ट्राई करो, फेल होने का ट्राई मत करो। ऑब्वियसली यू मे फेल, obviously there might be a different kind of factors which might come into play and you may fail. So फेल होने से नहीं डरना, मगर अगर तुम पूरा ट्राई करोगे सक्सेस होने का, तो यू विल लर्न अ लॉट इन द प्रोसेस, एंड वो लर्निंग उस टाइम को आराम से कंपनसेट कर सकती है। मगर इम्पोर्टेंट है कि तुम माइंडसेट हो सक्सेस को अचीव करने का, ना कि ये सोचने का कि ये फेल हो गया तो दूसरे पे पिवट कर लेंगे। ऐसा नहीं, मतलब एक प्रोडक्ट चूज करो और उस पर पूरा फोकस करके उसको सक्सेस बनाने का ट्राई करना है।
Does college degree matters in long term?
पता नहीं यार, आई डोंट नो, क्योंकि मेरे पास भी डिग्री नहीं है अभी तो ऑब्वियसली नॉट। मतलब मैं जानता हूँ कई लोगों को जिनके पास कोई डिग्री नहीं है एंड दे हैव बिल्ड $1 million कंपनीज, दे हैव सोल्ड टू they have been handling operation for $1 billion companies. तो ऐसे बहुत सारे लोग हैं। So I don't think it matters much, but मगर वो मोटिवेशन चाहिए होता है कि वो सब चीज़ें करने का, कि आपके पास वो मोटिवेशन हो कि आपको ये प्रोडक्ट बनाना, आपका क्लियर माइंड में हो कि भाई डिग्री मेरे को हेल्प नहीं करेगी, मैं अपने स्किल्स को बैक करता हूँ कि अगर मेरे पास मैं स्किल में बहुत अच्छा हूँ एंड आई कैन डू द बेस्ट हियर। तो अगर वो कॉन्फिडेंस है, वो क्लियर रोड मैप है, देन आई डोंट थिंक इट विल मैटर मच।
अपने ब्रांड वैल्यू बनाने के लिए क्या स्टार्टिंग में फ्री प्रोडक्ट देना इंपॉर्टेंट होता है, या पेड कंटेंट भी स्टार्टिंग में देके अपना ब्रांड वैल्यू बनाया जा सकता है?
अलग टाइप के मतलब अलग-अलग टाइप के मार्केटिंग स्ट्रेटेजीज हो सकती हैं, अलग-अलग टाइप की स्ट्रेटेजीज हो सकती हैं। मतलब ऑब्वियसली जैसे फिनशॉट्स ने पहले अपना कंटेंट के थ्रू एक पूरा यूजर बेस बनाया था एंड देन दे लॉन्च देयर इनिशियल प्रोडक्ट। फॉर अदर पीपल हु कैन गिव देयर प्रोडक्ट फॉर फ्री, दे डू इट। मगर अलग-अलग टाइप के प्रोडक्ट पे डिपेंड करेगा, ऐसा नहीं है कि कोई एक सिंगल स्ट्रेटेजी ये सबके लिए अप्लाई होती है।
ओके, and I will talk to you personally later on. अभी तो meeting है. Thank you.
Okay, so we also have Shashwat. I think he wants to ask something else. I'll give him the permission. Anyone else in the audience wants to ask anything, you can raise your hand and I'll arrange for you to ask. Shashwat, you can go ahead, I think.
या भैया मैं एक चीज और पूछना चाह रहा था कि जैसे हमारा अगर आइडिया कंप्लीशन पे आने लग रहा है कि हमने प्रोटोटाइप तैयार कर लिया है, तो जो कॉम्पिटिशंस होते हैं जैसे माइक्रोसॉफ्ट का इमेजिन कप होता है और इस सब में, तो इन सब में पार्टिसिपेट करना स्टार्ट कर देना चाहिए फिर हमको, या फिर आइडिया डिस्क्लोज हो जाएगा इसका डर होना चाहिए, क्योंकि वो डर भी रहता है कि आइडिया डिस्क्लोज हो जाए.
एक चीज और, मतलब ये डर तो बिल्कुल भी नहीं होना चाहिए कि कोई तुम्हारा आइडिया चुरा लेगा. मतलब कोई में तुमसे ज्यादा मोटिवेशन हो ही नहीं सकता वो उस आइडिया को इम्प्लीमेंट करने का, अगर वो तुम्हारा आइडिया है. तो अगर तुम में से किसी को भी ये फियर है कि योर आइडिया, समवन माइट स्टील योर आइडिया एंड बिल्ड बेटर प्रोडक्ट ऑन इट, तो ऐसा नहीं होता. तुम अपने आइडिया को जितना ज़्यादा शेयर कर सकते हो शेयर करो. अगर कोई, मतलब कोई ऐसा नहीं होगा कि उसको सेम को इम्प्लीमेंट कर देगा. अगर इम्प्लीमेंट कर भी दिया तो ऑब्वियसली उसकी थॉट प्रोसेस अलग होगी, उसका फ्यूचर प्लान अलग होगा, वो अलग डायरेक्शन में मूव करेगा और तुम लोग अपना जो डायरेक्शन है उसमें मूव करोगे. तो मगर अगर उसने इम्प्लीमेंट किया, ऐसे कई आइडियाज़, कई बार हम लोग सोचते हैं ऐसे मैं एक एग्जांपल देता हूँ. जैसे फ्रंट रो है, फ्रंट रो का मेरे को आई गेस सबको पता होगा. तो हम लोग भी काइंड ऑफ सिमिलर चीज़ सोच रहे थे जब हम प्लूटो एकेडमी बना रहे थे उस टाइम पे, मगर हमने वो इम्प्लीमेंट नहीं किया था. मगर अब जब फ्रंट रो ने वो इम्प्लीमेंट किया, इतने अच्छे से इम्प्लीमेंट किया, तो ऑब्वियसली काफ़ी अच्छा लगता है कि यार हमारा आइडिया था, वो एक पर्टिकुलर प्रॉब्लम को सॉल्व कर रहा था, हम नहीं तो कोई और बंदा वो सॉल्व कर रहा है. तो शेयर जितना ज़्यादा शेयर करोगे उतना अच्छा है. ऐसा अगर कोई और भी इम्प्लीमेंट कर देता है तो ऐसा नहीं है कि उसने तुम्हारा आइडिया चुराया है, उसका अलग थॉट प्रोसेस होगा, उसको कुछ इंस्पिरेशन तुम्हारा आइडिया से मिला होगा और उसके बेसिस पे वो इम्प्लीमेंट किया, ना कि वो तुम्हारा कॉपी किया. तो अगर वो
मेन क्वेश्चन, मतलब मैं ये पूछना चाह रहा था,
अगर वो अच्छे से इम्प्लीमेंट,
मतलब आइडिया बनने के बाद
मतलब तुम्हें अच्छा लगना चाहिए, ना कि तुम्हें बुरा लगना चाहिए कि मेरा आइडिया को अच्छे से इम्प्लीमेंट कर दिया. तो यू शुड फील गुड अबाउट इट.
मतलब मैं ये पूछना चाह रहा था कि आइडिया को नेक्स्ट लेवल ले जाने के लिए हमें कॉम्पिटिशंस का दाम नहीं लेना चाहिए या फिर इन्वेस्टर्स से इन्वेस्टिंग की तरफ जाना चाहिए. हमारा सेकंड स्टेप क्या होना चाहिए?
मतलब अगर तुम्हारा टेक प्रोडक्ट, ऐसे जो सब हैकाथॉन्स वगैरह होते हैं, बहुत सारे टेक हैकाथॉन्स होते हैं, अलग अलग डिपार्टमेंट के होते हैं, अलग अलग फील्ड से होते हैं. अगर तुम्हें ऐसा लगता है, मतलब इनमें पार्टिसिपेट करना ऑब्वियसली तुम्हें अच्छा एक्सपोजर देगा. तुम ज़्यादा लोगों से मिलोगे और ज़्यादा लोगों से तुम्हारा कनेक्शन बनेगा, तुम्हारा नेटवर्क बढ़ेगा. दैट विल हेल्प यू अ लॉट इन फ्यूचर. मगर अगर तुम ये सोच रहे हो कि यार हम सीधे कस्टमर के पास जाएंगे, वो भी एक वे है, सीधे कस्टमर को रीच करो, उस पर अगर तुम्हारा प्रोडक्ट उनको अच्छा लगता है, देन यू कैन स्किप दिस प्रोसेस ऑफ विनिंग सम कॉम्पिटिशन. अरे कॉम्पिटिशन जीतना इंपॉर्टेंट नहीं है, मगर इसमें जो कनेक्शन बनते हैं वो काफ़ी इंपॉर्टेंट रोल प्ले करते हैं फ्यूचर.
नेटवर्किंग वो काम आती है. यस, ओके.
Shivam also had a question, I think, right? So I'll just Shivam, you can ask your question.
Yes, sir. Sir, I want to ask like how to make the people of a like-minded people and how to trust that they will work with the same dedication as you. Because like अगर मेरी टीम है, अगर उसमें कुछ बंदे हैं, मतलब लोग हैं, वो अगर सेम डेडिकेशन से काम नहीं कर रहे तो मेरे को बहुत बुरा लगेगा. तो मतलब ऐसे कैसे कोऑपरेट करना है उन लोगों के साथ, वो भी डेफिनेटली टीम होना तो जरूरी है.
हाँ, मतलब वही मैं बोल रहा था, बिल्डिंग अ टीम इज नॉट इजी. मगर अगर तुम्हारे साथ तुम्हारे दोस्त हैं तो तुम्हें अलग लेवल का ट्रस्ट होता है उनके ऊपर कि दे विल डू देयर बेस्ट. ऐसा नहीं होगा कि वो मतलब मेरे को हाँ बोल के कुछ और कर रहे हैं, मेरा काम नहीं कर रहे हैं या फिर साथ काम नहीं कर रहे हैं. तो अगर स्टार्ट कर रहे हो तो तुम्हारे दोस्त हो तो ज़्यादा बेटर है, बिकॉज फिर ये इशू नहीं आता, मोस्टली ये इशू नहीं आता कि वो लोग काम नहीं कर रहे हैं, क्योंकि तुम्हें उन पर ट्रस्ट होता है. मगर फॉर अदर पीपल बिल्ड मतलब ऐसा रिलेशन बिल्ड करना, ये ट्रस्ट बिल्ड करना, ये काम करने के बाद ही पता चलता है। मतलब ऐसा कोई कितने भी इंटरव्यू ले लो, कुछ भी ले लो, ऐसे ये सब पता नहीं चलता है कि वेदर सामने वाला बंदा उतना मोटिवेटेड है कि नहीं है। तो ट्रस्ट करना इंपॉर्टेंट है कि अगर वो बंदा भी उतना ही डेडिकेटेड लग रहा है, उसने वैसे ही कुछ काम किया हुआ है, कुछ उसके पास मोटिवेशन है वो काम करने का, मतलब कुछ तो रीजन होगा उसको वो काम करने का जिसकी वजह से वो तुम्हें ज्वाइन कर रहा है। तो अगर वो रीजन तुम्हारे रीजन से मैच करता है, देन बहुत कम चांसेस होते हैं कि वो बंदा तुम्हारे साथ कोई धोखा करेगा या तुम्हारे साथ काम नहीं करेगा। तो टफ है मतलब इनिशियल टीम बनाना, मगर अगर तुम्हारे पास दोस्त हैं जिनको आंख बंद करके ट्रस्ट कर सकते हो तो काफ़ी इजी हो जाता है। मगर फॉर रेस्ट मतलब काम करके सीखते हो, काम करके पता चलता है कि सामने वाला बंदा कैसा है। मगर रीजन अगर है उसके पास एक जो तुम्हारे रीजन से मैच करता है, देन मतलब हाई चांसेस है कि वो बंदा तुम्हारे साथ मतलब धोखा नहीं देगा। तो वो इम्पोर्टेंट है कि दोनों का विजन मैच करता है कि नहीं करता है, बस।
Yes, thank you, sir.
I think that was all the questions we had. Anyone else? Okay, I think, and everyone has Mayank sir's contact, so I think you can also reach out to him in case you have any questions later, right, sir? You can address them once before we close.
Okay, so you all can reach out to me on WhatsApp or mail me if you have something to show me. We've been working on this thing, the Pluto.club. We are right now in the building phase. I will require all your support when we have the product ready, because it is based on student only. The main focus of it is student. So obviously you all will be my first, you all might be my first user. So we are building it. Definitely will reach out to all of you once we have built the product. Till then, I hope this session has been useful to you. I guess most of the questions were really good. Most of the questions and where different people have asked, they are really good. I guess all of you should just start working on your idea, get some idea, start working on it, see how, try to find someone who can guide you, try to find someone who has some experience and who can guide you in taking decisions. But most of the journey you have to travel alone. So be tough, be mentally prepared. If you want to start a startup, be mentally prepared for failures, for rejections, because those are the things you get most of the time. You don't achieve success in one night. You have to struggle a lot, and then you might achieve success one day. So I guess that's it from my side. You all can reach out to me anytime you want. If someone has any other question, they may ask one more time or one last time, and then we can, I guess.
I don't think anyone has a question as of now. So I think it was a great session, and I'm sure many people here will turn out to be great founders one day, and I look forward to it. Thank you, Mayank sir, for joining us, for giving us your time.
Thank you, Anisha. Thank you, the whole team of Student Incubation Center. Means all this kind of session will help a lot for the juniors, for the first year, second year people to start their journey. So keep doing this work, keep doing the best you can to make more of entrepreneurs from IIT Delhi as you can.
Yes, exactly, sir. Everyone keep hustling, and we'll meet sometime in the future soon. All right, guys, let's end the meeting. Bye.
Bye-bye.